Hi everyone, it's Vicki here, and today I am playing along with Scraptember's Scrappy Spring Clean Cyber Crop. That's easy for you to say. Anyway, so you can join in the challenges on Facebook, and I'll link up below where you can join that and come and join in. And my prompt for this cyber crop is using stencils. So I have this fabulous stencil. It's new from Bramble Fox. And my idea is evolving at this point in time. I've decided I want to cover the page with it. So I stencil it in once with some modelling paste. And then I dry that with my heat tool. And then I put in another stencil alongside it. Exactly the same stencil, but another time alongside it. This is not exactly centered to my page, which is a bit of a shame, but you know, I'll live with it. One tip I'll give you for stencils, if you're using modelling paste, is make sure you clean it as you go, because if you leave modelling paste on a stencil, it will be a mess next time you try to use it. So that's tip of the day. So my idea is to do a rainbow layout with distress inks on top of what I've just stenciled. So this is pretty easy technique. I just get the ink and I scrape it on top of the texture paste, and then I spray a bit of water on. Now I don't have any gesso on this page, but I do have the marshmallow cardstock, which is much better for doing mixed media. So it's slightly stronger than regular paper. But also the texture paste here is helping me to keep the water contained. So it's helping act as a barrier as such. So so there is no gesso, but it might have been a good idea for me to have put some gesso down first. But actually, it's turned out okay, I think. So I'm just going down in the rainbow colours, just scraping them on, adding the water, moving my paper around, moving the colour around, then dabbing a little bit up with my paper towel just to make sure it's not too wet. So there we go, that's all the colours down, and I dried those off with my heat tool off camera just so that we could progress the video. So now I'm pulling out some embellishments from Paige Evans' Bloom Streets collection. And I want to find things that are colour coordinated with each strip. But I only go with the pink, the yellow and the sort of violety blue colour, because I don't have all the colours and I don't want to have to squeeze too much in there. So you'll see I'm just picking things out at the moment. This is not how they're finally going to go, but they're just picking out and getting down on the page. Okay, so I just sort of think about what I'm going to do with the arrangement here. This does change, but I'm just sort of playing with it, thinking what can I do and where will things go at the moment. And what I decide is I want everything along a horizontal line. So that's sort of more or less how it will go, but not exactly. Okay, so I'm just going to cut out a few flowers from this Bloom Street paper. You don't have to watch that, I cut through this, but I cut 4 flowers from this. So 2 pink, 1 yellow and a bluey colour, like a purpley colour. So there we go. So they're all cut out. The next step, I pull out a butterfly and put over here. That's a butterfly sticker. This is again the Bloom Street collection sticker book. And then I think probably we're going to start to think about sticking things down. Although first, trying to preempt what I was doing here, I think I'm going to stick down the photo in a second. I'm going to put some backing onto the photo. Just ruffling up the edge of some of those flowers while I'm thinking about what to do next. Goodness knows what's going through my thought process. Oh, okay, so this is what I do next. I cut some of the white edges off of some of the die cuts. You can see both of the birds and some of the leaves. I cut the white edges off just because I thought that they would take away from the colour underneath. And now I'm putting some of the die cuts on the back of the photo just to add some interest around it. So a tag there, 2 tags that I just added, and they were in the green and blue just to match what was underneath the photo. And I also added a leaf cluster in at the top in green. So okay, so this is now sticking down time. Ooh, there we go. Just move everything over so that I can stick that. And then I begin the process, and the video is going to speed up much more now for the next section while I stick everything down. And so you'll see me sticking it all, but it's super speedy. Here we go. Don't get dizzy. Okay, so some of the things are going onto foam dots and some of them are just laying flats. And so you see I've moved some things around in this yellow section. I cut that yellow heart, that white heart out of the yellow and leave it to match the yes above it. Stick down again a mixture of flat and on foam dots for these flowers. Little butterfly there on top. Onto the pink section in super speedy time. And sorry if you can hear my dog snoring in the background. He's loves being in my craft room. Has his own chair. It's not really his chair, it's mine, but he thinks it's his. And that's everything stuck down. So we're back to normal speed again now. And I'm thinking about a title, and I have this Bramble Fox perspective title which says Dare to Dream, which I love and think it would be perfect to use on here. And also I've pulled out some stars, just little acrylic stars from Bramble Fox, and I'm just colour matching some of them, except on that end section where I put a white one because I didn't have an appropriate colour. So I'm just going to cut through me taking off the plastic protective layer off of each star, and now I'm going to stick them all down one by one, and just in their colour coded sections. And then I'm going to stick down the main title after taking the plastic off. It just stops, the plastic just stops them getting scratched when they're transporting because they're lovely shiny surface to them. And that's it. That's the final layout. I do hope it gives you some inspiration to pull out your stencils and do something with them and use them up. There are some close-ups coming up here for you to have a look at. This has been Vicky, and we'd love to see you in the Cybercrop. So please, please, please join in. I'll post the link below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.